Hi, I am Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you can pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is one scenario for that alternative payee field in SAP. Now, if you have an SAP version ECC 6.0, this is what it should look like. At least I think so. You may have a different version and it may look a bit different, but the alternative payee field is in SAP, and the purpose of it is so that you can divert your vendor's payment to that alternative payee field. So let's talk about why you might want to do that. Now, the one scenario that I know is factored vendors. And factored vendors are those third parties or intermediary agents where your vendor has used their accounts receivable as collateral. So they have sold their accounts receivable, and so there is a need for you to pay this third party or factored vendor your vendor's payment. And the way that you do that is you set that vendor up separately, that third party factored vendor, you set them up separately, you identify their vendor ID, and then you enter it into this field. So payments will not go to your vendor, they will go to the alternative payee. Now, if you want some best practices for the alternative payee, what's going to come up next is episode 299 of the Putting the AP in Happy podcast. And I'm going to talk about best practices when your vendor has factored their third party payments or their payments to a third party. All right, so that's it for today. If you'd like more information on how to improve your vendor process, please go to my website at debrarrichardson.com for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. If you would like over 163, yes, it keeps increasing, annual hours of vendor process training, please check out the Vendor Process Training Center at training.debrarrichardson.com. So good luck, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.